Screen displays in white text and a black background. Tennis movement practice. Coach Beth jumps in.
Coach Beth here, ready for tennis. Next lesson, we practice our balancing, our striking of the ball, and now we're gonna get into doing some movement with tennis. Tennis, we are moving all the time on the tennis court, and how do we move? We move mostly by doing a side shuffle or a slide, both back and forth. So we're keeping really the front of our body facing the court, the tennis court, and our opponent who's on the other side of our tennis net. So for this activity, what you're gonna need is your tennis racket and your auditory ball, and then also your 2 dome cones, or I have 2 empty jugs of water. Now what we're gonna do is this setup. You're gonna take your 2 dome cones or your 2 bottles of water, whatever you have. You're gonna set them down about 10 steps apart. So 1 there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm gonna go 5 just so I can keep you in my area. You can go 5, you can go 10. You challenge yourself on what you want. And what we're gonna be practicing is just tracking the ball and listening to it. So remember, in tennis, if you're visually impaired, you get 2 bounces before you must hit the ball. Or if you're a B1, you get 3 bounces to hit the ball. And so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna spread this out just a little bit, is we're gonna practice staying in the middle of our boundaries, right? Being able to understand where we are to our left and then to our right. And we're just gonna practice side stepping, side shuffling, or sliding back and forth. And I like always practicing with the racket in my hand, so I'm ready. So again, practice that grip, and we typically hold the racket right in midline, in the middle of our body, out in front. So we're ready to contact the ball. So your ready position is feet are apart, knees are bent, your racket is in your preferred hand in the middle of your body, out in front. And we're just gonna slide and step together, slide our foot, step together. And then we're gonna come back, step together, step together. So whatever your boundary is of your cones, you can reach down and touch, step together, step together, step together. Now, if you feel like you're going forward or backwards or diagonal, you can always take a jump rope or a piece of rope, tape it on the ground. I have this nice crack here, so I can feel that with my feet to kind of give myself a self check that I'm staying perpendicular, right? I'm going in a line and I'm not kind of diagonally coming out, right? So I want to make sure I'm nice and square. So go ahead and practice sliding both sides about 5-10 feet apart, back and forth to step together. In that ready position, you should feel it in your back and your knees.
Coach Beth takes side step, slides, and shuffles to both the left and to the right in her tennis ready position with the racket in front of her.
All right, let's go ahead and advance to the next level. So in that, I was just stepping and shuffling or sliding over. Now we want to get some flight into our movement. So now what we're going to do is we're actually going to really quickly move back and forth. So I'm actually lifting my feet up and off all the way. So quick, keeping my body facing the other court, slide. So I'm stepping. As my other foot comes up to meet, I'm transferring weight back out to that other foot. So I'm actually going up in the air as I shuffle. So slide, slide. All right, now let's bring in the ball with this activity. So you have 2 choices, challenge choice. You could choose to use your racket, or you could choose to not use a racket and do it with your hand. What you need for this activity is a partner. That partner is actually going to throw the ball and bounce it towards you. All right, so let's start with the basic level to build your confidence with listening to the ball and side shuffling. you're gonna move in your boundary so it's only 1 or 2 steps away from where you are in the middle. The person's gonna hold the ball and they're going to toss you the ball or roll the ball, and you're gonna slide and try to catch the ball bending down with just your hands. So I will demonstrate what that looks like. I'm in my ready position, feet are apart, shoulder width, knees bent, hands out. The ball comes, I'm gonna shuffle and bend down and grab it. Throw it back to my partner. Get back in my ready position, slide, shuffle, grab the ball, throw it back to my ready position, right? Move over, grab the ball, and I'm listening for it, trying to track that ball down so I can grab it. If that's too easy, extend your boundaries. If that's too hard, bring in your boundaries closer to you so you only have a couple steps. If it's difficult to track the ball bouncing, have the person roll you the ball so you can listen to it all the way, almost like goal ball, and grab the ball. If I'm a thrower, I'll show you what that looks like. I'm gonna bounce the ball to the right of the individual, or I may bounce the ball to the left of the athlete. And if that might be too hard, then what else I can do is just roll the ball towards them. We want to make sure that the ball makes noise when we're giving it to the athlete, and then roll the ball back.
Screen displays white text in a black background. Time for you to practice.